Hello and welcome to News 9. I'm Nishchita and first up, the screening of the film Ogarne has been stopped in PVR Theatre. The movie screening was stopped because of technical problems. The movie has been produced and directed by Prakash Raj. The audiences are in fact asking for the refund of the bill from the theatre authorities. They said that if the money is not refunded, they will stop the next show. Well, Ogarne has generated quite a curiosity among audiences. It is a Prakash Raj movie, has several noted actors performing in the movie, and it is a remake of Malayalam movie Salt and Pepper. And today, even as audiences were enjoying the film Ogarne in PVR, the screening stopped midway due to technical issues, and the audiences started demanding that the money be returned to them. And they also threatened that if the money is not returned to them, they will ensure that the next show is stopped.
ಕುಟ್ಟಿ ದೋಸೆ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ, ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಾ?
ಈ ಕುಟ್ಟಿ ದೋಸೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು?
ತಟ್ಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೋಸೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಕೇರಳ ಕುಟ್ಟಿ ಬಿಡಿಸುತ್ತೆ.
ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿಯಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡ್ರಿ, ಪೊರ್ಕಿ ತರ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಡಿ. ಯಾರೇ ಇವನು ವಿಲನ್ನು?
ನಿಂಗೇನ್ ದಾಡಿ? ಚಿಕ್ಕ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂಬರೀಷ್ ಅಣ್ಣ ಇದ್ದಂಗಿದೆಯೇ? ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ತಂಗಿ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ನೀನು?
Well, in fact, Ogarne screening was stopped in PVR, and that has generated quite anger among the people who had come in. The people, the audiences who were enjoying the movie were disappointed and started demanding that the money be returned to them. When the PVR officials did not do so, they threatened that the next screening will be stopped if the money is not returned. And moving on now, Mandur erupts in protest after the death of its resident. Narayanamma was suffering from breathing problems and due to the pollution in the area. The residents are now protesting with the dead body of the woman. The government had forcefully placed Section 144 in the area to allow the dumping of garbage from Bengaluru, and today that it was confirmed that the Section 144 will be lifted. Mandur residents have lost patience as another resident in their village has lost her life due to breathing problems. Such problems are aplenty, it is believed, in Mandur and surrounding areas because of the air pollution, water pollution as well as soil pollution that has been caused due to garbage dumping. My colleague Nolan joins us with the latest updates. Well, Nolan, a lot of answering that the BBMP has to do, although so far they have only evaded the questions.
They have not evaded the question for a few weeks. They've evaded the question for a long time now. Now, the big question that the residents are asking over there is, what was the BBMP doing since the time that an agreement was settled between the residents and the BBMP last year, stating that May 31st, 2014 would be the end of all their garbage woes over there, basically dumping from the city. Bengaluru's garbage would not be dumped over there, and two, that garbage should also be segregated. So basically getting back their village. This is what they wanted to. But now what has happened today, this particular lady whom you see there on the television screen, in fact, our colleague had met her on the 7th, and she was in a bad state then. She had this very bad, pathetic breathing problems, and all because of the garbage from the city that is dumped over there. Now, today she passed away. Her body was taken right in the middle of the city and the village over there, and the villagers were basically protesting, saying that they are not going to cremate her body till the BBMP assures them that garbage will not be dumped in Mandur. But apart from that, Nishita, terrible problems being faced by the people over there. Health problems, skin ailments, skin problems. Their groundwater is contaminated. The stench is unbelievable. You just have to stand 3 kilometers away from the garbage dump, and you can it's not just smelling it, you can feel it in the air. It's that bad. But imagine, those people have to live in there day in and day out.
That's right. In fact, Nolan, and also at this point in time, this comes even as the government announced that today the Section 144 will be lifted from Mandur, and already protests have erupted. So any action from the BBMP or the state government to speak to the people that give them any sort of assurance?
Now, there was talk that the mayor had agreed to go there and stay there for one day. There was also talk that the chief minister would come there. But considering the fact that this lady has passed away now, the 60-year-old lady, everyone wonders whether the chief minister and the mayor will actually go over there. Now, they want 6 months. They want a minimum of 6 months time for them to dump garbage there, basically on a continuous basis, till the four alternative sites are ready, but the people are not ready to do so. Now, many believe that if Chief Minister Siddaramaiah actually can go there, maybe he can calm the tempers. Maybe he'll be able to actually convince the people that, you know what, I'm the Chief Minister of the state. I am giving you an assurance, not the BBMP, which everyone knows it doesn't keep its word. But I, as the Chief Minister, giving you the assurance. Maybe if that happens, the people might accept. But as of now, it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. And with Section 144 being revoked today, protests will erupt once more. Now, we do remember, Nishita, that Section 144 was imposed from the second day onwards, or the third day, because garbage was piling up in Bengaluru in different areas. You could actually see garbage in a huge line for about 100 meters. Now, Section 144 was imposed so that garbage can be dumped back in Mandur. If it's removed, we will have trouble. Furthermore, Doraiswamy, freedom fighter, along with around 80 villagers on Wednesday met. They decided that if garbage is not stopped being dumped in Mandur, from tomorrow onwards, they will go on a fast to death strike.
Right, Nolan, stay with us on the phone line. We'll come back to you for more details. Well, the woman that you see in your television screens, Narayanamma, is someone that our colleague had spoken to just a few days back. He had spoken to her and her family members how she had been suffering from breathing problems for several years now, and the doctors have constantly blamed it on the kind of environment they live in, thanks to the garbage being dumped there. And today, Narayanamma breathed her last, after which the residents of Mandur have placed her body in front of them and are demanding answers from the BBMP. Well, Nolan, now coming back to you, we understand that the Chief Minister is all set to speak to the people of Mandur, but one would really wonder, what is he going to speak to them about? Is he going to convince them to give that margin period of time once again, which they have seen in the past, or is he going to make assurances of the kind of arrangements that will be made that will bring in a long-time solution to this problem?
Nishita, the Mandur residents would want two things. They would want an assurance, primarily, that garbage is not dumped there. And the job of the Chief Minister now would be to actually convince them that, all right, 6 more months is required by the BBMP. He needs to actually tell them that this is the truth. In 6 months' time, these 4 alternative places will be up and running so that garbage will not dump there. He also needs to tell them that whatever garbage is dumped over here, segregation work will go on so that the mountain of garbage hill, the garbage hill that is formed over there, which is about 600 meters, will also be cleared. He also needs to assure them of proper medical facilities. He needs to assure them that their groundwater will not be contaminated anymore. He needs to give them a lot of assurances. So, don't know if that will actually happen when he goes there, and if he goes there.
Right, Nolan, thank you for joining us with all those details. Well, certainly situation getting bad to worse in Mandur, but absolutely no solution in sight, we can say, for the people there. Another resident has fallen prey. One Narayanamma, who had been suffering from numerous ailments, has breathed her last, and now Mandur residents are posing the question as to who should be held responsible. And well, with just days left for the monsoons to hit the western metropolis, high tidal waves have led to waterlogging in low-lying areas of Mumbai. Roads near Gateway of India and in Mahim and some parts of Dadar were flooded due to the sudden rise in water level in the sea around noon today. However, Mumbaikars will have to wait for monsoon rains for some days. It should have reached on the 10th of June. It has reached Ratnagiri and will take a couple more days to travel to Mumbai. Under influence of the severe cyclonic storm Nanak over Arabian Sea, the southwest monsoon will progress along with west coast of Maharashtra and Gujarat during the next 48 hours. In fact, several areas in Mumbai are facing waterlogging. Let's not forget that Mumbai had been through the most horrific waterlogging situation a few years back. And today, even as high tides rock Mumbai, several low-lying areas have already been inundated. Mumbai had just a few years back witnessed one of the worst flooding ever. And now once again, even before the monsoons have completely arrived to Mumbai, looks like The city is already facing problems as many low-lying areas are already flooded. These are the scenes being witnessed. In fact, we can see the traffic being disrupted thanks to the water getting clogged in the areas. My colleague Varghese joins us with more details on this. Well, Varghese, the situation now is a cruel reminder of what we had seen a few years back in Mumbai that had brought the financial city to a standstill.
Well, it has brought the financial city to a standstill, Nishita, especially the system over there, especially the drainage system over there functions on a series of high tides and low tides. In fact, during the low tides, when the flow of the drainage will be, in fact, towards the sea. But this time, the high tides has also been quite unusual. Normally, when the high tides are there, the city's drainage system locks up and there's enough storage capacity. But now, because the waves are quite high, in fact, some of the waves are coming at 5 to 7 feet in, and there are expectations that waves might come at 10 feet in also. So because of that, what happens is that there is a capacity to store the excess water has in fact overreached, and it has overflowing across several important areas in the financial capital. And the drains have been clogged and waters are entering homes also. There has been traffic snarls at several areas in Mumbai, but this is because of the high tides. Now the reason for it is saying there is a cyclonic storm in the Arabian Sea, and also the coming in of the monsoons are also there. In fact, the monsoons have reached Ratnagiri and is supposed to hit Mumbai in the next 48 hours. The winds associated with the monsoon is also contributing, along with the cyclonic storm, is in fact contributing to the manner in which this entire episode is taking place. So it is a freak weather system that has resulted in high tides that is happening, and because of which the city is in fact clogged, Nishita.
Right, absolutely. And also, we can expect the situation to only get worse once the rain hits Mumbai in its full form.
Well, if the rains hit in Mumbai in this matter of fact, it could become a little more worse, because if the high tides continue in the coming next 48 hours, we are looking at a situation where the water will not go away from the city, as the drains would be already clogged, and the ancient system of actually relying on the high tide and the low tide would in fact collapse, and there will be waterlogging and also flooding in several areas, which will be expected because of the heavy rains. In fact, there has been a situation like this in Mumbai in the past, and probably the Paliki in Mumbai will have to gear up for a situation like this, Nishita.
Right, thank you for joining us with all those details there, Varghese. Well, these are the scenes being witnessed in Mumbai. Already the high tides have rocked Mumbai, and it has led to many low-lying areas getting inundated. About 100 cars are reported to have been stuck in the water due to the tide. The tide was several feet high, and it made its way to several low-lying areas of the city. And the water has reportedly made its way to the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena leader Raj Thakre's house as well. The roads have been flooded with 2 to 3 feet height of water.